Hello everyone. So this is the third part of the current affairs for the month of January 2020, and this is, as we are going on, this is the economic section. The questions are related to the economics part, and these are mostly helpful for the students, for the aspirants who are willing to prepare for the, who are willing to crack for the banking exam as well as the insurance and other exams like short of them. So let's not waste both of our times and let's start. So, who was elected to the Board of Trustees of World Economic Forum along with Patrice Motsepe on January 24, 2020? So, who was elected to the Board of Trustees? Is it Anshula Kant, Krishna Georgieva, Maria Gabriel, and or Gita Gopinath? Who is the correct one? Which is the correct person who has been elected to the Board of Trustees? So the correct answer is option number 2, Kristalina Georgieva. So two things you should know, because this World Economic Forum, this is the 50th edition. So many questions can be asked from this, right? And it held on January 21 to January 24, 2020. And World Economic Forum has appointed IMF chief. So Kristalina Georgieva is the IMF chief, right? You should know this. And African Rainbow Minerals chairman Patrice Motsepe to his board of trustees, right? So she has been servicing as the serve as the IMF MD since October 2019, also as the CEO at the World Bank, okay, as well as interim president of the World Bank Group. She has also served in this thing, right? So the correct answer is Kristalina Georgieva. She has been recently appointed to the board of trustees along with Patrice Motsepe. Okay, what is the increased short-term debt instrument limit for foreign portfolio investor that was set at earlier 20% by RBI? So previously the short-term debt instruments, right? The limit for foreign portfolio investor was set at 20%. So what does that mean? Short-term means this is mainly money market, right? Long-term are long-term regulator are by the SEBI. If it was some term of long-term, then it should be set by SEBI. It should be, but since it's a short-term money market, so that's why it is set up by the RBI. Okay. So previously it was 20% and now it is 30%, right? So why? Because to aim to boost foreign inflows, India's central bank, that is RBI, has increased this short-term investor, right? And how they will do? They will in the central government securities like T-bills, state development loan, right? This is also apply for the corporate bonds as well, right? Which country minted the world's smallest gold coin of 2.96 mm that features a face of scientist Albert Einstein sticking out his tongue? That's one of his, remarkable picture that is still circulate on the internet during his birthday or something like that, right? So which country minted this, like the world's smallest gold coin with his face like sticking out his tongue? Which is the country? So the country is Switzerland. Okay, so Switzerland state-owned Swiss Mint. The Swiss Mint has minted world's smallest gold coin, and it is featuring a face of scientist Albert Einstein sticking out his tongue. Name the project that was launched by the World Economic Forum and its partners to support efforts to grow and restore and conserve 1 trillion trees globally. So what is the website that has been launched by the World Economic Forum to support efforts to grow, to restore as well as conserve 1 trillion trees globally? So the correct answer is 1t.org, right? So the World Economic Forum and its partners have launched this 1t.org, which is a multi-stakeholder effort to support efforts to grow, restore and conserve 1 trillion trees, right? In order to restore the biodiversity and combat the climate change, right? Okay, what is the rank of India in the Transparency International Corruption Perception Index 2019? So previously, I can say like previously whatever rank it held, it has come down 2 ranks, below right now. Like 2018 it was some rank and 2019 it is +2. So it's 88th. Okay, and in 2018 it was 78. Okay, I don't know. This last year India's rank was 78 and now it was 80, and in the same score, like 41 is the same score that has it has been in constant. And this this corruption index has been topped by Denmark and New Zealand. That means they are the least corrupt countries, right? Name the organization that has signed an agreement with the MORD, Ministry of Rural and Development, under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission to strengthen the grassroots of institution for rural poor. So which organization has signed an agreement with this? So is it Bill and Melinda Gates, John Templeton, Walton, Nobel? Which one? So the correct answer is Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Ministry of Rural Development has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation under this Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, that is the National Rural Livelihood Mission, right? And this MOU is to further strengthen grassroots of institution for rural food, right? So which firm has acquired SL's Finance MSME, right? Loan business. Which firm has acquired SL Finance MSME's loan business? Which firm? This is Aditya Birla, Vedanta, Adani Capital, Reliance. Which one? So the correct answer is Adani Capital. The NBFC financial company of the Adani Group, that is the Adani Capital Private Limited, had acquired this SL's Finance MSME loan business, and this business has a loan book of right now 145 crore approximately. Who was appointed as the SoftBank Group India head on January 22nd, 2020? Who was appointed as the India head of the SoftBank Group? It is Manoj Kohli, right? So Manoj Kohli was it has been appointed as the India's head, right? SoftBank's India's head. Name the Indian firm that has signed an MOU with the National Petroleum Authority of Ghana Oil Regulator for the implementation of the Ghana's national LPG, right, promotion policy. So which Indian firm has signed this MOU with the NPA of Ghana Oil Regulator? This NPA is not the non-performing assets. This is National Petroleum Authority of Ghana, right? So Ghana Oil Regulator, and which Indian regulator has done this, signed this MOU? So this is Indian Oil Corporation, right, has signed this, right? And who was in the minister who holds the Ministry of Petroleum? It is Shri Dharmendra Pradhan, right? Right. What is the rank of India in the 23rd edition of the PwC's annual global CEO survey that held in the World Economic Forum annual meeting held in Davos? So what is the rank of India's CEO? So the correct answer is India ranked 4th, while it was topped by US, and China and Germany ranked 2nd and 3rd respectively, right? Okay. By how much percent the international tourist arrivals in 2019 increased from 2018 as per the United Nations World Tourism report titled World Tourism Barometer? So how much this international tourism has increased with regards to its previous year, right? And where it has been published? It has been published in United Nations World Tourism Organization, that is UNWTO's report. What is this report called? World Tourism Barometer. And the number, it has been increased by 4%, right? So 4%, 3.8% as the exact value, it has reached 1.5 billion, right? So who chaired the 32nd PRAGATI meeting in New Delhi? Who chaired the second PRAGATI meeting? And what is this PRAGATI? It is Proactive Governance and Timely Implementation Meeting 2020 held in New Delhi. So it is Narendra Modi, right? And discuss progress of several projects in New Delhi. Which insurance company has merged with National Insurance Company Limited along with United India Insurance Company Limited? So now these two companies has been merged, right? It has been 3 companies have been merged. So 3 companies have been merged. Which is the third company? So the correct answer is Oriental Insurance Company Limited. Okay. Okay, the next question. How much total outlay was approved by the Defense Acquisition Council, like DAC, chaired by the Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, for the procurement of military equipment from indigenous sources? So what is the total outlay that has been approved? It is 5,100 crores, right? So the Defense Acquisition Council, chaired by Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, they had approved this procurement of military equipment from indigenous sources, that is the Make in India scheme, right? So it will be partly funded by the DRDO itself as well as other industry, right? And mainly T-72 and T-90 tanks that are there, so they will help in production of this and as well as assemblies, right? So Defense Acquisition Council, now this is the first meeting after the appointment of Chief Defense Staff, that is Bipin Rawat, right? So let's go to next question. Okay. Who will chair the National Startup Advisory Council that will provide measures to build a strong ecosystem for new innovation and startups in India? So who will chair this thing for Startup One, new National Startup Advisory Council? Who will chair this thing? So the correct answer is Piyush Goyal, right? And Piyush Goyal, he is the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry as well as the Ministry of Railways, right? So the council will provide measures to build a strong ecosystem for new innovation as well as new startups in the country. So that to increase the economic growth and generate large-scale employment opportunities in India, right? Name the government agency that has signed an MOU with the Indian Navy, right, for sharing a seabed sediments data, products, and expertise for the national application in meteorology and oceanography. So, which agency has signed this MOU with the Indian Navy for this thing? What it could be? Is it a meteorological survey, National Oceanography, Indian Meteorological Department, or the Geological Survey of India? So the correct answer is Geological Survey of India. Okay, so this will sign an MOU. So has already signed an MOU with the Indian Navy. Why? For sharing seabed sediments data, products, and expertise for naval application in meteorology and oceanography. Okay, so so far we have covered the third part, and we'll have we have two more parts to cover. So I hope you are loving this lesson. So please do a subscribe as well as share and like as much as you can, so that this knowledge should reach all of the people. And we are currently facing a crisis time, so we should be always together. So let's hope for the best, and thank you for all of you.